How's it? Deon here. I haven't done an apocalypse update for, it feels like ever. It has been forever. It's been over a month, I think. Um, well, we have been on some form of lockdown now for, I don't know, 50, 63 days. That is two full calendar months and a bit. And I guess I've got to the point now where I hardly even look at the corona stats anymore. I did bring them up just to tell you where we are on this apocalypse update. So the days of Italy being, the giant disaster that it was, seems like a long time ago. I mean, at the moment, the USA are miles ahead. They like have the same number of known cases as the next like four countries combined. 1.7 million cases, okay, and 103,000 deaths. 103,000 deaths, and that's the USA. If you compare that to the world, there have been 362,000 deaths. So America has more than one third of all the deaths that have been recorded so far. But next in line is Brazil at 26,000 deaths, and then Russia, not so much for the deaths, although we think they might be, conning the books a bit there, but for the cases, they have 387,000 cases. So USA, Brazil, Russia, Spain, UK, Italy. That's the in terms of number of cases, that's the order: USA, Brazil, Russia, Spain, UK, Italy. In terms of South Africa, we're starting to see our numbers turn into something, right? So our numbers have been very low. We kind of, as my friend Marie says, kicked the curve down the road a little bit, but the curve's going to come and it's going to be huge. And we're starting to go there now. So we've already had 27,400 confirmed cases and 577 deaths as of today. And that is just going to rise. So we aren't even close to our peak yet. In the next month or two, we're going to see those numbers skyrocket before they come down again. So that's where we are on Corona. In terms of my own life, what have I been doing? It's all just been Rio TV. I've been working and then just trying to stay sane in between. I just dusted off an old World of Warcraft mage character, which I haven't played ever really, but I just sort of got him for free at level 110, and so I decided to take him to level 120, and I've really been enjoying that, just getting lost in that on my own. It seems strange. You'd think I'd want company, but I'm tired of electronic company. I want face-to-face company. I would love to have a D&D or board game in my room, but that's not happening anytime very soon. Although we're now on level 4 lockdown, and we're going to go to level 3 lockdown in a few days' time. And level 3 lockdown is going to allow groups of 50 to connect. You still can't go to a restaurant or a pub, but for the most part, most other things are opening up. Our international travel is still closed. But yeah, level 3s might allow for a little more interaction between friends, so I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, I've moved my office into our big room in the house, which is warm. What was our music room, so you can see, on the walls are my guitars, and so this is quite a comfy space. This is where I'm working from at the moment. I guess the only other real piece of news is that over the last few nights we've had either one guy or a couple of guys, I think it's just one guy, who's just been like bouncing around the neighborhood in back gardens in the middle of the night, taking poles with hooks and taking people's stuff from their windows. And we had some stuff taken, not too much. The most expensive thing I had taken was my work bag. Fortunately, all my work stuff is here. It was out of my bag. But he did take the bag, and the bag itself was a very valuable Swedish bag. And so that's gone. and they've been stealing from other neighbors around the neighborhood. So we're trying to find this guy. We're trying to catch him, and that's made for a few nights of not sleeping very well, because every time you hear a sound, you're like up with a torch and you're trying to work out, if he's in the process of trying to burgle you. So that's happened. And otherwise, yeah, just been catching up on a little telly. We've watched some really cool series on Amazon TV, funnily enough, and on Amazon Prime, and we've really enjoyed that. The Boys, a superhero flick, very series, very cool, very cool, and a few others. So catching up on a bit of that. Heather and I have been going away at our Sim City, build it cities, and really expanding and having a bit of fun with that, in our break times, and otherwise we're busy still packing up for this theoretical move to the UK, which we're really still hoping to do. We just need Corona to die down so that we can actually travel. Then I'll get there, and so we're still packing up the house. We're getting rid of things. We've actually managed to get rid of quite a few things. Actually, even made a few sales in the last week. Sold a guitar. We're selling some sound equipment. We're selling all sorts of odds and ends, and just kind of minimizing so that by the time we have to go, that last couple of weeks before knowing what we're doing and doing it is not a giant disaster. So that's me. That's my catch up. Nice to see you guys again, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.